Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Lightning Gaming. So guys, recently I got a comment asking me if it is still possible to get a one-shot saber-tooth build in Conan Exiles. Now, after I received that comment, I decided to test that out. And to be honest guys, you will have no idea at how much damage I was able to get out of the saber-tooth pet. But in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it. And I will also be showing you how much damage this pet can actually do. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Now, first of all, to get the maximum amount of damage out of this pet, you are first gonna need to find one that have a 88% growth chance into strength or higher. The reason for that is if you give him a abysmal flash, which will give another plus 14% growth chance in strength, it's gonna be more than 100, which means as long as that plus 14% growth chance in strength is active, this pet will receive 2 attribute points into strength after each level up. Now, as long as you make sure that extra plus 14% growth chance in strength is there after each level up, you should be able to end up with 50 points into strength after completely leveling up the saber-tooth. And of course, the food you are going to be using is going to be the abysmal flesh. It's going to be this food right over here. Now, as soon as I give this to the saber, that plus 14% will appear next to the strength, which is exactly what we want. Now remember, if this is not there while leveling up the saber-tooth, the only thing you need to do is you need to ensure the saber-tooth takes damage, and then he is gonna eat the food. Sometimes you can even force feed it to him and he will also get that plus 14% back, but it is super important that you make sure that that plus 14% is always there. After leveling my saber-tooth up all the way to level 20, you will see that I was able to end up with the maximum amount into strength, and that is gonna be 50 points. Now you will also see that the hit points on this pet is only around 5400, but for this test it's not gonna be important at all. In fact, that's gonna go down even lower, because the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed this pet Elixir of Rebirth until I get even more points into strength because of perks. Alright, so after feeding the saber-tooth a bunch of Elixir of Rebirth, this is the stats that I ended up with. So you will see that I now have 50 points into strength and then also a plus 15 because of perks, putting the total at around 65, which is super high already. I also got plus 5 in grit, but that's not really important. Of course, if you are gonna use this pet for purchase and stuff, you might want to get more points in vitality because of perks, but for now this is perfect. And with the well-trained perk, I am able to get the strength up to a total of 85 points, which is super high. And we also ended up with just over 7000 hit points, which is also not too bad. Now guys, to ensure we get the maximum amount of damage out of this pet, I'm gonna do a few more things. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it exquisite meat, and I will only force feed one of this food to this pet. And the reason for that is if I go into his stats, you will see that I now have this extra buff, increased damage by 25%. So after you give him that buff, you are just gonna give him normal blood sausage, and this will allow this pet to heal up quickly during combat. Now the last two buffs I'm gonna be giving this pet is gonna be salted pork and elixir of might, each adding a strength weapon damage of plus 15%. So if I go into his stats now, you will see that I have all the buffs active that is possible to give the saber-tooth, but still we can buff the damage even more, and the way you're gonna do that is you are gonna use tears of Gula and cook dogfish. Each one of these buffs is gonna add a follower damage of plus 12%, and then the armor we're gonna be wearing is gonna be the kite and slaver armor, each piece giving a follower damage of plus 12. Remember, this was crafted by a shield, right? So now that we have everything active, it's time to show you how much damage this pet can actually do. And to be honest guys, I was really surprised. I didn't expect this at all. Okay, so he's echoed. Now let's see. Okay, there we go. There's the first hit right there. Like you can see guys, just a ton of damage. He's gonna take this free skull tiger down in no time at all. I mean, look at that, just a few hits and this tiger is almost on no hit points. And also, of course, he does do a little bit of bleed damage as well after some attacks. But yeah, there we go. There's the free skull tiger down in no time at all. Now, if you put him up to opponents with higher armor value, like the scorpion over here, he is still gonna do a ton of damage, especially because this is a pet, and pets don't do much damage in Conan Exiles anymore after recent updates. But I still want to show you one more thing. But over here at the scorpion, you can see that the tiger is still doing a lot of damage. I mean, the great thing about this, of course, is that the tiger can't be staggered, so he's not gonna fall back after any of the hits. Even if the scorpion do the spinning tail attack, he's still gonna be standing there in the scorpion's face and just keeps on attacking. Now, when you are fighting one-on-one like this, that doesn't really matter that much. But if you go to areas where there are a bunch of NPCs, this makes a huge difference. Now, to show you what I mean by this, I'm going to go to a big NPC camp like New Osgard right over here. And I'm gonna let the Saber-tooth attack some of the NPCs. But yeah, it just took out both of these in basically just one hit. But now let's go to an area where there's gonna be a bunch more of these NPCs swarming him at the same time. Okay, there we go. That should be good. They all should start attacking now. Okay, he's actually following me instead of attacking, but that should change any second now. Okay, so all of these NPCs are hitting him at the same time, and you will see that he doesn't even flinch. He's just gonna keep on attacking, and he is able to take down all of these NPCs in no time. I mean, just look at that. It's only a few hits, and all of the NPCs are down already. But yeah, guys, definitely my favorite pet at the moment. Second favorite is the Sand Reaper Queen. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the Saber-tooth, if you expected this, if you knew you can get this pet this good. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. If you are new to my channel, please remember to like and subscribe. But until next time, guys, cheers, see ya.